Hello, hello. This is when I truly miss the other camera. Where you gotta see my face. I am so sorry I haven't set that up. I'm kind of happy with this format in general, right? Because of the spinning wheel being the focus. But tonight, I have a lot of stuff to do besides spinning. We may or may not get to spinning. I don't know. I have to see how it goes. And I'm going to start out, as you can see, I've got my nitty knotty here, and I'm going to try and get as much of it as I can into, let's see here. Let me tighten this up somehow. There we go. And I'm going to skein off this blue that I spun last stream. Applied it last stream. Spun it a couple of streams before that. So, hopefully you can see that, but you will definitely hear me counting. I have to count. That's the whole purpose of putting it on a 2-yard nitty-knotty. I just have trouble getting started. Oh, I'm right on time. There's my bird chirping. Right, that was one. Where do I want to be? 2. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. So I'm going to say 33, which is 66 yards. And out of there. Do I have to cut you? I guess I have to cut you. Let me put this down. Light, blue, study, Shetland. Six yards, and then I have to make a label. Next, I have to tie these. All 4. Oh, let me tie my ends together. See if I can find a. No, they're totally across from each other. Let me do this. Got a whole bunch left. But this will work. I know. I kind of tie these loose ends with a, so I don't get all snarled up. I don't have my music. I don't know. I'm not talking very loud tonight. I'm very tired tonight. I got up at 5. Don't ask me why. Didn't sleep well. And didn't nap. And worked hard today at home, so I am tired. I'm coughing a bit because what I was doing was extremely dusty. Let me write this. That place catching on a nail. Catching my fibers. Alright. Not bad. Not bad. Looks a little grayer than it really is. It's a true colonial blue, what I call colonial blue. It is the light color of the Blue Study, which means it was the very last pot, or dip, maybe I should say, of fiber. I had, first dip was extremely dark, second was medium, which I haven't spun any of yet, and this light I have spun other skeins. This was combing waste. Combing waste makes a bit of a thicker worsted yarn. I drafted it. I carded bats and drafted woolen so that it spun woolen, and it's not too thick for being all of that, and I'm pretty happy with it. But I have other skeins that were actually probably combed. I don't really remember. I don't know exactly where the skeins are. Okay. So that gets one thing out of the way. Got ad break coming in 4 minutes. So, while we're waiting for the ads and before I get really going, I'm just going to talk a little bit about what I was doing today. We have had a cold front go through. It is very cold. In fact, it rained a little bit today, and they're predicting possible snow flurries in the next day or so with this front and this really cold weather. So it's going to stay cold all through the week. So neither hubby or I want to work outside in this kind of weather. I'm not going to go work and get the garden bed ready and all that without some warm sunshine on my back. So we decided that it was a good stretch of time to work on our two upstairs rooms. We have the old original part of the house is 2 rooms up, 2 rooms down, and the stairway runs between the 2 rooms. And it's double flight stairs. You go up some, go across the landing, go up more, then hit a landing, and that landing is between the 2 rooms. I talked about those 2 rooms the other day when I was telling my cat story. So these rooms are not rooms that we use them. They're storage rooms. I do have all of my fiber and crafting supplies in my room. I have all of my stamp collecting supplies. I have a desk, sewing machine. So it's quite crowded and quite disorganized, and I haven't been up there for a long time to do anything, and we wanted to do that over this next couple days. Hubby's room has a huge drafting table on it. Now, he doesn't use it either for anything other than he has various and sundry things that he hasn't want to throw away, like a TV, an old computer, and they're on that drafting table. But he also had various other areas that kind of needed sorted out. He found a card that my mom had sent him. That kind of stuff that he's going through and sorting out. And so we're both working in our rooms, except that I have 2 bookcases in his room. Oh, gosh. Isn't that terrible? I have books in every room of the house, I think. And those 2 bookcases I really want to thin down and get rid of, but that's really hard because they are books of an author that I like, and I have multiple books of the same author, and I have them on the shelf, and it's mostly science fiction and fantasy, good reads. I've read most of them. There's some I haven't read. There's 2 bookcases with that kind of stuff. Well, I did my first attempt today, going through those books, pulled out quite a few. I got a good stack to go to half price, but I'm done with that now. It isn't empty. It isn't anywhere near what I want it to be, but I can't seem to find anything else that I want to go. Now, I will say I did the one bookcase way more than the other, so I might go back up sometime and go through the second bookcase and find out if there's stuff I can go ahead and send to half price there. So I am tired. I went up and down those stairs a number of times. I worked with sorting books and carrying bags of books up and down because some books went up and some books came down, and it just wore me out. Okay, you're all, if you're anybody there, and I don't think there is, but the ad break is going to start in 15 seconds. I'm going to not do anything while that happens and get ready for what I want to do next. See you in a bit. guess you're back. Oh, you know what? It hasn't told me yet. So I don't really know if you're back from ads yet or not. There we go. It's still going. It's going to end 1.5 minutes. There, good. And something has a label. That's what I needed. Okay. Does this say pearl cotton here? Yeah. It's pearl cotton. Okay. All right. Welcome back. Remember me doing this with my embroidery floss? Well, I found another container that turned out to have what one of the things I was looking for, which is pearl cotton. This is a skein of pearl cotton, and I have one here that's unwound. This is what it looks like. It's 2-ply, I think. And unravel this. Yeah. So you don't really, you use it either, I don't think you undo, you use it as this, like it is. Because it is really, you can't pull a bit out, right? It's real twisted. Doesn't want to come apart. I am trying to get it to separate there, and I can't. I can't even get that to separate. There we go. Which just makes the twist tighter, just like our 2-ply yarn, really. All right, so that's pearl cotton. And just so you know the difference, so I know the difference. I think this is pearl cotton. Huh, I'm not sure on, yeah, I'm not sure on this one. That didn't want to come out of the little slot there at all. There it goes. Alright. I should have my glasses. Alright, there may be different weights of pearl cotton, because this isn't as thick as... Come on. It's the first thing I'm going to have to research. I will look it up online here in a minute. Yep. 2-ply. There we go. 2-ply. So that's pearl cotton. Let's do that research real quick here. Let me bring up Google. Most common size of hand embroidery pearl cotton is number 8. Number 5 is a little thicker than 8, but still thinner than 3. 3 is the thickest of the Eleganza pearl cotton, and its size is comparable to yarn. Oh. Finally, we have 12 weight threads called spaghetti and fruity. All right, here's another thing. Charts. Good. Yeah, all right. There's a real good chart right there. Okay. So, I have a project that I want to use. I think I want to use pearl cotton. But the first thing I'm going to do here is go through this bag that I had up there where I was cleaning today. And I want to get out the embroidery floss and the pearl cotton. I want to separate those because I thought this was all pearl cotton. But then I got to looking and I saw that this is floss. So I was wrong. It goes in my other one. Wait a minute. Okay. No. Cotton embroider. That is French for embroidery. Embroider. Alright, so that's embroidery. I mean, I can tell mostly. That's embroidery. Most of this is embroidery. love this blue. I had a project that I was using this blue for. I wonder what happened to that. Hi, Kay. Found a bag of embroidery floss in my cleaning today that what I really want to pull out is this, which is pearl cotton. And they're both in here, so I'm sorting that out. This thing I've got here, I'm just going to put the pearl cotton in. I've got one set up for embroidery floss, but I didn't bring it with me. I'm not sure where it is. You know, some of this looks like what I was using on the dragon. The water for the dragon. Anyway, I've been working really hard to dig out my craft room. How have you been? I didn't have as much pearl cotton as I thought I had. I thought I had a lot more. I seem to have a lot of white. Oh, it's a Christmas needle. Oh, that's so funny. Those things get everywhere. All right, last one. I'll put the embroidery floss in here. All right. So that's the same green. This is one red. Different red. This white's kind of hard to... I can't tell if it's dirty or if it's just off-white. That definitely matches that. I wonder if I can wind that, untangle that. The rest seems... all right. Okay, first thing I'm going to have to do is get the table closer to me. I'm leaning over and that hurts. Find the end. This is why I said I didn't think I'd be getting to spinning today. I wonder if this can open up to a Nope. It is well and truly mixed up. Oop, I don't have it. Okay. I still say there might be two whites in here. Maybe it's just the light. I'm trying to decide when to ball this up. I don't want to have to go through little areas with a ball. And I may not be able to go much longer. It's awfully long. Yeah, I'm going to have to ball it up. Doesn't want to. It doesn't want to stay in the ball at all. Black. Boy, I'm sorry, my throat, my voice is very hoarse tonight. The black towel is a good idea. It really helps. Okay. I've had enough. It's not fun anymore. I thought it'd go quicker than this, actually. I thought I'd reach a point where it kind of all unhook, and it's not happening. Back and forth, back and forth. Oops. So while I work on this, I'm going to talk about yesterday, which was an extremely scary weather day here. We are fine. Nothing happened here. But in the vicinity, in the area around, well, up in Indiana first, and then it crossed the Ohio River there was a number of tornadoes in various places across Kentucky. And I'm sure they went other places than Kentucky, but I'm only aware of the news coverage of what was in Kentucky. My door just popped open. So we might get a visit from Newman. And a part of the big city did get hit. Took roofs off houses. There's Newman. Blew the roof across the street to slam into the front of another house. You know, it was just devastating. Trees everywhere, down. So, this was happening first. We had 3 different rounds of tornadoes. The first batch didn't come into our area directly. Stayed north up in Indiana. Early yesterday morning. I hardly knew about that. I hadn't even heard about it. And then the next was around noon, and it was mostly south of us, or maybe I should say west of us. Crossed over from Indiana on the western side of Kentucky. So there was damage there in a number of places. Nobody was hurt. And then the third one was reported. We were alerted for around 3 o'clock, but it was a little later than that. It was 5:30, and it's the one that went 35 miles. And it went, you know, like I said, started in Indiana, across the river, went the east end of the city. They showed the Trimark camera for what they call the East End Bridge. It's a bridge going across the Ohio River. Oh man, it was just like shaking everything, right? And we don't have a basement, but the places that demolished the houses, they were actually in a basement and safe, and nobody was hurt. They did take one elderly lady to the hospital to be checked out. She was in her house when the roof came off, or some kind of damage happened. So they took her to check her out. But nobody was killed. It was amazing. It was just property destruction. And I really, really don't like tornadoes. And it was way too close for comfort, this one. Yeah, if I didn't push that, I didn't block that door good enough. If he goes out, go ahead and push it further, closer. When the furnace comes on, it opens it up. Hubby's trying to get Newman to come out. Newman's playing hard of hearing. It isn't really hurting anything. It just, once you block the door, he's going to want to come out. That's... He sees you. No, you can't pick him up. He's there. I don't think he'll let you. It's all right. Just block the door so it's partly open, and he'll go through later. I mostly don't want it open real wide because it's letting the cold air in.
Stupid cat.
All right, buddy, come on. You want to say hi? Come on. Come up here. Looks like we're going to have some Newman time. Come here. Come on. There you go. So you want to say hi? You want to say hi? Yeah. Kitty time. Hi. I know. He's just, after we traveled and got back, he just follows me all around and sits on my lap when I sit down. And he's gotten real clingy in his older age. Show me your pretty whiskers. Show me your pretty whiskers. Yeah, we are very fortunate because, I mean, they said the winds went up to 110 to 130 miles an hour when it went through. The thing is, the news was on, and we watched the news the whole time, and so you kind of get that adrenaline flowing, and you get all worried, and it's very tiring, right? It's very much a concern, and then of course they have to show. They send these poor reporters out, and it's raining, and they send them out there, and they have to go out there in the dripping rain with their rain gear on and say, you can see over here this tree is down, and you can see that, and they have I felt sorry for the reporters. But we did luck out. We were very, very lucky. It's really funny. Where we live is like right between where the two, it went above us and below us, It's really interesting. Um, we have tall hills on either side we're in a valley, and sometimes storms can come ripping right down that valley, right? Like it's a shunt, right? And the winds go right down that valley. But this time it didn't. Yeah, please let them stay inside like they're telling everybody else to be. Yeah, they're telling everybody else, This was after the tornadoes and they were inspecting the damage. But listen, we've had, tornadoes off and on all day long. You shouldn't be out there. You can't sit on that, Newman. You can't sit on my table. You have to go up and get on the bed if you want to sit somewhere. Gonna get down? No, you want more petting. I didn't want to do anything tonight. How'd you know that, huh? I say we have no basement. We actually have um, a oh man, cellar, unfinished, um, dirt floor. There is an area that has steps that go down into it, and we most certainly could go there, close the door, and we just never have had this. Okay, if you are right, blah, 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 and it's our address, you get to your safe space. That's what they say. Get to your safe spot. If they ever said that, I probably would do that. My only other choice would be a closet or lay down beside the bed and pull the mattress over. They say blithely, you can pull the bed. Well, we have a king-size mattress. Come on. I suppose. Well, this would never work. I got too much stuff in here. This room would never work. It has a small window, and it is definitely not the weather side of the house. Let me put it that way. It's on the non-weather side of the house. Many, many years ago, when I was home alone, um, if a tornado came through, if they were blowing the sirens, that was the only way I'd know, because I didn't really have good, I didn't have TV, I didn't pay for satellite or anything like that then. If they were blowing the sirens, I would go out to the rabbit barn. The rabbit barn is a 2-story concrete block building. So if I would go on the first story, the ground floor, even if the roof would blow off, which it could, even if the roof would blow off, it's not going to collapse. Nothing's going to collapse because it is, well, I say that, but it is concrete. So I have been known to do that when the storms they are actually blowing the sirens. They never blew the sirens at our house last night, yesterday, anytime yesterday. So that's one of the reasons I woke up so early this morning, because I went to bed so early last night, because once we had a pretty much all clear, we don't see anything in your area anymore from the news reports. I said, okay, I'm going to bed. I never checked to see where the porch cats were. They can go under the house quite easily. They often do when it's raining anyway. They can go in any number of barns. And they were both there this morning on the porch waiting for breakfast. This is starting to open up a little bit. It looks like a whole bunch, but I'm going to have a pretty tiny ball, really, of it. Oh man, that door is open and it's getting cold in here. I don't know why the furnace isn't running. Or running more than it is. It's run some today. Oh, come on, I'm ready for this to be done. There it goes. I hear the furnace going now. Oh, that was a big chunk. Oh, I forgot I used my camera. So you could see Newman. So I'm going to have a whole bunch of stuff to sell. I have to decide what's the best way to do that. I got a knot in there. I'll just work around that. Here's my birds. It's 8 o'clock. Man, I've been doing this an hour? Almost. Oh well. Once and done. He's back. You can't sit on my lap though. I have an eBay account, so I can sell on eBay. I have a bunch of old Nancy Drew books. They were my daughter's. She didn't want them. I've decided I'm going to sell those. That kind of stuff I don't want to take to half price. They will not pay me anything, even though they're collectible. So I'm going to have to do the selling myself. I wonder where the other end is. I haven't even seen it. I haven't seen it at all. Sometimes I can start from the other end. Oh wait, I think I just saw it. I thought I did. I have a delicious cookie I'm snacking on here. I got Pepperidge Farm. So you know the little packages of Pepperidge Farm cookies and how good those are. These are Linzers, which are a butter cookie, but they have the jam. I would call them thumbprints, but they're bigger than a thumbprint. I mean, the whole center of the cookie is jam. And this is apricot jam. Oh, I love apricots. And that is something I hardly ever splurge and buy as a canned fruit. In fact, sometimes I don't even know if you can. I haven't looked for them for a long time. Oh, I could get fresh apricots when I lived in California. That was a treat. Okay. So close. He's going in and out the door because it's open enough that he just going in and out, in and out. He was up standing on the stairway when we were up there working, you know. I think, and then he'd come up and he'd walk into that room that he knew the yellow cat was in, and then he'd turn right around and go right back down, halfway down the stairs. I think he was looking to see if the yellow cat was still in there, because I don't think he really, I don't know, he has to know it's outside. I know he can tell what's on the porch, and a lot of times he sits on the back of the couch and looks out the window and he sees the cats, so, you know, I know he knows they're out there. But maybe he thought they got back in again. Pretty sure the other end has to be in this big conglomeration here. Oh, come on. Ooh, there's a big chunk. The end is nigh. I still don't see it. I cannot believe I can't see it. It's got to be this right here. There it is. There it is. Ta-da. All right. Now I get to show you why I've been looking into getting pearl cotton. All right, I'll cut that little knot off there. There we go. As you know, I often get auction stuff, and I got, actually this is one of two pieces that I got, okay. This one is a round table. Okay, so it's cross stitch. It's on a brown background, olive gray brown. Oh, I got a spot there. Tis tis. That's not good. This is not done. That is stamped. Okay. And if you look here, you can see it's round. Okay. I was going to see what this says. Glossilla, 34 inch, and embroidered with Glossilla roping. Glossilla rope is what it's called. Number 6586. Okay, so I thought I would Google that and look at it, but some of it is started right there. They did it with a very shiny thread. It looks like silk, I think. And unfortunately, I have nothing like that. It's peacock. So I have to decide if I'm going to take that out and do it in threads that I have, or look for this. And I wondered if, oh, I'm going to sneeze. Hang on. Okay. I wondered if pearl cotton would match this. And if I go on the back, this is what it looks like that they were using. Well, it's two strands, so it's like pearl cotton. Oh, you guys are in ads. God darn it. God darn it. Oh, wait a minute. All right. All right, welcome back. Sorry about the ads. And I was talking about this. All right, so I don't know how far before I noticed, but as I said, this is stamped. This is a very heavy cotton. And this is what somebody had started. That's the only thing done right there. But it looks very shiny, right? And at first I thought, oh, it must be a special silk or something. But then I got to realizing that the pearl cotton looks very shiny. And I flipped this over. Hi, welcome, Knots. I flipped this over to look at the thread that they still had attached. And this is all frayed. This one's a little better. But it is two strands, just like pearl cotton is. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and find colors that I want to use of the pearl cotton. I won't have enough of my own. There's going to be a ton of this blue. Looks like this might be, I might have to leave these blues and not try and match them. But I am going to find a place that I can go to a store, go in, take this with me, and see what I can find. If Mass Bandit was here, I would be asking her about it too. And I may take a picture of it and post it in her Discord and have her get her opinion and that sort of thing. But this is a circular for a table, and I also have a long rectangle that goes on top of the buffet. So, other than the fact that I'm not real fond of the background color, looks pretty utilitarian to me, but maybe it'll be nice, perked up a little bit after it, everything is embroidered, and especially if it's embroidered and shiny like that. It's going to be a big progress, but it's big stitches, right? It's big cross stitches, so I think it'll go reasonably fast. Anyway, that's why I was digging through for my pearl cotton. I thought I had a lot more, and I don't. I don't have a lot more. So I'm going to have to go shopping, and I will try and find a store. All right, I did a bunch of, like I said, I've been doing a bunch of cleaning, and the other two things I got out are Mary Maxim and Design Work ornaments. Okay, now, two different formats. This is Santa's, and I think it's pretty cute. Oh, let me get it in the... Pretty cute. They leave these open, right, to look like the beard. On the other hand, they're all the same. They all look the same. So I don't know how many I'm going to make. Ton of yarn. But it's big squares. So these should go pretty fast, and they'll be nice TV watching if I ever get going on it. And then the other one that I got out from upstairs is also Christmas ornaments. Never too early to start on Christmas. And these are the kind I like. They're on felt. This is what I did on stream last year. I worked up these felt with the sequins and everything. All different kinds of... It's a whole set. So, there's going to be more crafting and less spinning for a while until I get... I think, here's my plan. Here's my plan, Stan. My plan is to work on this between now and July 1st. And I say July 1st, but technically it's June 28th, because that's when Tour de France starts. And I will spin during Tour de France for Tour de Fleece. So I thought, okay, this is a good time not to spin, not to focus on spinning, and we'll save that for the tour and do some of this other stuff. The last thing I have that I pulled out from upstairs that I know I'm going to get rid of are these magazines called Craft. Let's see. Let me see what order I have them in here. They're kind of like books, almost. Oh, I see. I actually have 1, 2, and 3. All right. There's 10. Okay, I have 1 through 10. 10. 9, 8. Whoops, sorry, hit the camera. 7. There's 6. Oh, there's 6. 6, 5, 4. All right, so this is a nice collection of them, and I have to decide. I really figure I ought to go ahead and get rid of them. But before I do, I'm going to go through them real good and see. Okay, so this is really cool. I remember this. That is American flag on knitting needles over street. They didn't put stars. Maybe the stars are on the other side. I don't know. Probably not. I have no idea how that got constructed. I think they probably tell me here. Using 2 John Deere excavators donated by a local construction equipment dealer, artist David Cole and his assistants knit a huge American flag in July 2005 with 2 20-foot knitting needles made out of telephone poles with sculpted points. Cole spent days up a cherry picker, looping the stitches and directing the movement of the needles. Okay. That is just, like, awesome. I can't believe that. Put the knitting needles on an excavator and knit from a cherry picker. Pretty cool, huh? So, yeah, I'm going to have fun going through these, and I have a feeling most of this is. Alright, this is creating a blinking electric tank top. A blinking tank top. Not my style. Go big or go home. You got that right, Kay. So I think, oh my gosh, I have seen these done before too. The boots. These boots are made for knitting. I will enjoy seeing these. These are from, give me a date. No date. (2006). These are from 2006. Let's see if there's a thing called Make magazine that may have replaced this. It's called Transforming Traditional Crafts. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Okay. They are going anywhere from $8.50 to $32. Number 9. So, that's interesting. I don't know whether I probably would try and sell it as a... And you can buy the PDF of them now, too. Uh, I don't believe that. It's available in hardcover? Oh, I don't want to... That's interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, that soft cover is used as $6.50 with $6 shipping. That's the thing. Anyway, I'll research this a little bit more after I go through them. But I do want to go through them one more time. Little light reading. Alright. Anything else? I don't think so. I think that's it. Maybe I'll just call it quits for the night here. Let me think. Cat, you can't come up in my lap. Something else I was going to look up online. I can't think what it is now. No, you cannot come up on my lap. Alright. Let's see what Hirschner's wants for. Where's my search? Oh, there it is. Maybe pearl cotton isn't being made anymore. Oh, there we go. Okay. I did not mean purple cotton. I meant pearl cotton. Alright, so we have, oh, that's right. We have size 3, 5. I have to decide what size it is. 5 comes in. Alright, let me see here. We have the skeins. 3 comes in the skeins, 5 comes in the skeins. So it's either a 3 or a 5 that I have. You know, I forget. Okay, 12 is the smallest. Sure looks like I might have 12. Okay. So that's that. Hi, Knitter. Have I looked into any more auctions? Yes, we've got a real big one coming up. It's going to end on Monday, this coming Monday. And it has a spinning wheel in it. So it's listed as a child's. It's small. Um, were you weren't on? Well, I wasn't on last night either. Tuesday night. Snoring Cat. I posted a picture. I posted a link of it. Um, Maybe Kate'd like to see this too. There it is. All right, this is a link to a picture of what they have. I can go look at it on Sunday, so I'm thinking about doing that too. Let me see if this link works. Yep, it works. Right now, the bid is $3. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff on that auction, um, and it's 2 days. It's huge. So I have been considering a number of things. There's one thing I know I'm going to bid on. Um, it's a upright post with cross iron arms, and they call it a candle um, dryer. Or I mean, what you do is, you know how they used to dip candles? Well, then after you dip it, you hang it up on something, and you just would hang your candles. And they showed a picture of it with candles hanging from the wicks, and they leave the wicks in a loop so that you can age your candles that way. Um, so that's what it's for. And I thought it just would be a nice place to sit up in a little out of the way place and hang skeins that I've washed on skeins of yarn. So I saw that, and but there wasn't any other fiber, really any other fiber utensils or anything like that. Don't need to be looking at a blank table. You hit me at Knitter. You hit me right now at I'm done with everything I had planned to do, so I really don't have anything else to do but chat for a little bit before I leave. I gotta call my friend and see if she wants to go with me to look at it. My spinning buddy. Ooh, I'm cold. Alright, I'm gonna go see. You're working on a hat out of handspun yarn. They have a real rustic look. You are, yeah. I like the way it feels. I love the way, I love knitting with, or working with handspun because of the kind of, I've always called it organic feel, but it feels good to work with it. So I was looking to see how much Hirschner's wants for, and it's 131 yards, lustrous. Yeah, alright. I got, I know I need green. I'm looking at for pearl cotton for this cross stitch. We got a bright red. Looks like each one is $2.99. I should try and find it locally though. Ooh, I like that dark garnet. Where's the purples? They only have a antique violet. I have a bright purple. And then, let's see, that was Hirschner's. Let me look at Mary Maxim. Huh. Mary Maxim doesn't carry. They don't carry embroidery floss. I'll be darned. Huh. Okay. Who else is there? Trying to think who I get. Stitchery? I don't think they sell floss either. They just sell kits. Nope. They just sell kits. Alright, I'm gonna Google later on and see what Louisville. There used to be a needle workshop. So, alright, well, oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to see if anybody was streaming. We could raid. And I forgot and got rid of Twitch. Here we go. Come back, Twitch. I feel like I'm talking to my cat. Positively Crafties. I haven't visited her for a while. I can go visit her. Oh, I think she's done. It's a black screen with the most recent. I think she's done. Yeah, Traveling Tatter is ending. Excalia is playing Stream Raiders. Alright, sorry. Just gonna say good night. Everybody have a wonderful this is rest of the week. It's almost Friday. So have a wonderful rest of the week. Newman says, here, you want a goodbye from Newman? Come here. Kitty, come on. Come on. Hey, buddy. Come on. Oh, you being ornery. Come on, up here. There we go. Say goodbye, kitty. Show your pretty face. There you go. Purring. Yeah. All the pets. Yeah, he got on twice tonight. He's really hamming it up. So everybody have a great rest of your week. I hope the weather is better than ours. And if it's not, then I hope you have a wonderful piece of creative work to put in your hands and keep you happy. And I'll be back on Sunday afternoon. I had an idea for something that I was going to work on or do, and now it has slipped my mind. But I probably will spin, since I didn't do any spinning tonight. So, take care, everybody. Stay well. Bye.